finally getting into the Pet Sematary franchise. Months and months this guy had to wait, so I apologize it took me so long to go and do these. I will be doing Pet Sematary 2, but then I'll be waiting again, and then I'll be ordering a t-shirt and then the mask for Bloodlines. So that one might take a little while yet, so because I gotta order those in the mail. But I'm really excited to talk about it today because Pet Sematary actually is one of my favorite horror movies. I think this movie is raw. It's very raw. It's very dark. And I feel like that's why a lot of people don't like it, but that's also why people love it at the same time. This is a love-hate movie. Is it a faithful adaptation to the book? There are very many differences, but personally, I think they're fine. I like the movie better. And I'm a person, I do like to read once in a while, but I just like movies better because I can visually see them, and it's probably just because I'm more of a visual person. And one thing I really like about this movie is it's not afraid to go as dark as possible. They tap on some really, really dark things in this movie. This is a really dark and gritty and bleak adaptation. It's so raw and powerful. It's actually one of the very few horror movies that actually scare the absolute fuck out of me. As long with like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, although it's not like gory, it manages to bring your worst fear out. My worst fear out, possibly, is losing a pet. Losing a pet is like losing a kid for me. Like if I lost my cat Dee Dee, yeah, it'd be an awful day for me. But they take that here and they put a twist on it that's so screwed up and such a unique concept. Them being in this pet cemetery where if you bury somebody there, they come back and they kind of act like a zombie or like a pet or an animal. And just that concept alone is such a genius idea, and it's solely made for sure by Stephen King. When you watch this movie, you obviously, even if you don't know it's a Stephen King movie, you'd be like, is this a Stephen King movie? Because it's very formulaic. It's something that Stephen King would write from the brilliant mind of him, and he's just such a good author, but he's also such a good writer. I think he actually wrote some of his movies. I don't know if this was one of them. Should probably do a little more research on it. But this movie's gore is not that bad. It's like not gory, but there is like blood in here, and when it happens, it feels real. It's not so over the top where it's the perfect balance of, and they got some creepy fucking visuals in here. I mean, they got some terrifying jump scares. The cat is amazing. And I don't know if I can even talk about this scene without getting age restricted, but I'm gonna blow it. One of the darkest scenes I have ever seen in film cinema was when one of the kids, the baby in particular, walks with the kite and he's going into the road, and you're thinking, okay, this is a movie. Even though it's rated R, it takes balls to kill a kid, especially at 2 years old. So you're thinking the whole time he's going to save him last second. I'm here to tell you, that does not happen. There is almost a toddler gets hit by a fucking semi, and they show it. It is graphic. It is very, very sad and dark. And when I first saw this movie, I jaw dropped to the ground. Absolutely baffled of what I witnessed. And I feel like that's what makes this movie amazing, is it's willing to go that far and still keep you on the edge of your toes by the end of the movie. With some issues. I think the acting is not that great. I think in some areas, especially the main character, as an actor, I don't mind him, but I feel like his lines and dialogue, they feel a little flat. And I feel like some of the characters, when they go together, they're like, they don't really go well together. I feel like Judd's character in here is probably the best in here. His performance is great. Everyone else's, yeah, it didn't really age well. It doesn't feel like a family dynamic. You know what I mean? Like there's not really that much chemistry because the actor just comes off so flat, and I don't think that's the why. That's the reason why it happens. I think it's just like it's not the actor's fault. It's the writing. The writing, like the directing to this movie is good, but they put so much work, I feel like, into making it dark, and putting all that gritty and darkness into it, that they forgot that they actually had a kind of a story to tell. They kind of touch up on what the Pet Cemetery is, not a lot. That's why I appreciate Bloodlines. You guys will know that I like that movie. That movie's actually not that bad. I don't think there's a bad movie in this franchise. I know people hated Bloodlines, but that actually goes into the lore. So that's what I appreciated about that movie. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the Pet Cemetery. But it's just such a classic movie. It's a movie that you'll sit down and it's a B plus movie. But it's not a B plus movie. It is an absolute instant classic, but it's just the acting and kind of the corniness of it. Sometimes I feel take away from like a perfect film. Is this a perfect film? No. Is it damn near perfect? Yes. Abso-fucking-lutely deserving it the golden TV. This movie still scares the crap out of me to this day. It aged extremely well. The acting, not so much, but everything else about this movie I absolutely loved. So, thank you for recommending this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.